100 stars, 100 hours, an exclusive that HT Media, all three radio stations are doing together. And this is an exclusive on my show, Afternoons with Annie. It's 94.3 Radio on One World your station. And with me is a twice Michelin star chef, Atul Kochar. So I must begin by saying that it is a privilege and honor to have Chef Atul with me on this video chat that I'm doing right now while he's in London and I'm here in India. Thank you so much, Chef.
No, pleasure, Annie, and it's actually it's my privilege, to be honest. Thanks for asking, and especially in the times of when the whole world is suffering. It's good to get connected and talk and kind of find resolutions when we all know there aren't that many. But,
right.
Talking helps,
Right.
Getting to know each other helps.
I'm extremely, should I say, yes, I think I can say that I'm very, very proud of the fact that you chefs have been able to put India on the map multiple number of times. That's not a privilege that everybody has. And you ended up doing it and you've done it in style, whether it is right from the beginning, the first Michelin star you picked up for Tamarind, to the next one you picked up in 2007, to Kanishka now. It's been a long journey. How has it been? Let's start with that.
I just look back and think that I've been very fortunate to have a team who believed in me and believed in the ethos I had, and kind of didn't leave any stone unturned. Whatever I said, they said we'll do it. I think I'm not the kind of person who takes it upon my head saying that I got it done. I always say the team got it done. So stars and whatever we could achieve for our cuisine, which I'm incredibly proud of, but not a moment has gone in my life when I don't look back and thank my stars and thank people who actually got us where we are today. There was a time when you look back and I used to look at all the luminaries like Chef Marco Pierre-White, Gordon Ramsay, Giorgio Locatelli. All these amazing chefs were around me when I was cooking at Tamarind. And walking past the street, even if I said hello to them, I wouldn't get a hello back.
Wow.
But times changed. And once you get included as a guide, then you are one of us. And then everything just changed. So which was a pleasant change. It was a very good moment to feel that, yes, we Indians have cracked it. Before that, we could only think that, yeah, it's not for us. It's only for Europeans. But now we know it's for anybody and anybody, which is so good.
You've actually opened up so many avenues for every other Indian, men and women alike, to think that they can make it happen, which is take India to the world and put it on the world map. And not just that, I guess just as much as people are in awe of, the most basic and the most conservative French fries that came from the West, and now, of course, the tacos, I guess our butter chicken and the naan parathas are kind of doing the same magic out there now.
I'll take you a little back in the time when I was at Tamarind. I trained at Oberoi Hotels from OSHM, and I worked for them, and then came over to London. My dad paid me a visit, who was a self-taught chef. My father had a small catering business in India, and he came after 2 or 3 years of opening of Tamarind. Sat down and said, I would like to have 3-course meal. I thought, oh, that's a bit posh, Dad. Okay, I'll do it. So I prepared a meal for him. It was lunchtime, and I could see that my old man wasn't very happy with it. And I was like, oh my God, I've done something wrong, because he knows his food. So we had a long chat after lunch, and the message was very clear. He said, you're still cooking like an Indian. I said, what do you mean, Dad? I'm supposed to, ain't I? Look at my passport, look at the color of my skin, look at the way I talk. I'm supposed to, that's my heritage. He said, no, sure. I'm not asking you to leave a heritage, but you have to respect the geographical position you are in. You are in Europe now, you're in England, and I don't see any of the English ingredients on your food. I only see, you're waiting for planes to land with your ingredients, and then you'll start cooking. And look at chefs like, and he took names, so I remember for him it was a bit of an effort to do that. He said, look at Chef Gordon Ramsay. He has got a fish curry on his menu. He's a 2 Michelin star chef. Where are you going? And I was hugely ashamed that I had not taken heed to that. And after he left, I started training with lots of other European kitchens, and also my butchers, my suppliers, my fishmonger. I went to North Sea to understand what sort of fish we get here. And then my menu started changing, my food started changing. And 3 years later, I landed up being the first Indian to get a Michelin star. So I told my dad I got a Michelin star. He said, "What's that?" So I had to explain him what Michelin star meant. And then he said, "Oh, by the way, this company called Michelin sells tires in India. Are they the same ones?" I said, "Yeah, Dad, they are the same ones." So,
You know,
what it
we
means.
must always trust our parents to keep things so blunt and straightforward, right? One of the reasons
Right.
why I guess we continue to stay grounded, and I must say, as a chef with so many accolades, you are beautifully humble and you wear it so well.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you, Annie. But nothing would change me or my life, whether it was fame or money. What changes my life is the people around me and my friends. So I collect friends. Let's put it this way. So that's my biggest asset.
Totally agree with you on that. So the lockdown you're saying is not as harsh back in London, but this pandemic, it's been kind of quite weird, right? I mean, we've heard of many other viruses in the past and epidemics also. We've heard of SARS, and a lot of it is now coming back, and we're kind of learning more about it. And they're also saying that there'll be many more pandemics to come in the future. It's all actually asking us to go quite a few steps behind and recheck what are we doing with our lives and how much we're affecting our environment around us. So what's your take on this lockdown that you've been a part of? And like you say, you've not stepped out. I'm sure you must have got a little time to reflect.
So, it's been, as I said, for a month I haven't been out of the house. Just 2 days ago, we ran out of milk and we had no breads, no eggs. So we had to step out to a local supermarket to get some. But to be honest, I have traveled so much in my life, and I've worked, chefs do work incredibly hard, and I'm not putting that I've worked harder than anybody else, but sometimes not kept in tune with what life should be. Though I'm quite I would say, a simple person, and I like to live my life closer to my loved ones, my kids and my wife. In spite of that, I feel that this pandemic has allowed me to kind of build another bond with my family, and it's even more beautiful. It only tells me one thing, that we had made the pace of life so harsh, so hard, that we were forgetting our core values. So it has made us take a step back. And who knows if we had lived a lot simpler life or a lot more relaxed pace, maybe we would brace this pandemic much more strongly than we are doing at the moment. Maybe we had better immune system. Maybe we became a lot weaker over a period of time, that the entire world is suffering. Because one thing was in common for all of us: we all were rushing around. We had forgotten what life was meant to be honest. And I think little example would be that if you look at the villages, where people have a lot slower pace of life, they are not suffering. They don't have pandemic that bad. It's only the metro cities. So there's a, we can point fingers at different people and different countries, different nations, and different reasons for it. But I think a lesson to be learned here, that the pace of life needs to be corrected for all of us.
Right. Absolutely. Totally agree with you. And I guess we are slowly preparing ourselves mentally more than physically. Of course, physically it'll hit us when we step out finally with the new normal, new protocols, new social distancing that we've never seen in, like, I don't know, decades. I've never known it. You've never known it either.
No.
Maybe not even your parents, for that matter. It's been a while.
Nobody has got the experience of that, to be honest.
Yeah,
so
nobody has.
This is a really difficult one.
So while we're at home, everybody's trying their hands at the kitchen for sure. Because for a fact, whether you like it or not, you have to cook your own food.
That's true.
So back in India, like we're all used to, including me, we're also used to having people helping us out at home, whether it's a cook or a maid or a helper, someone to take care of the chores. I just have to go to work and come back and maybe, be there to look after my responsibilities. But this pandemic has changed the dynamics of that. So, if there is anything up your sleeve that you can show us, because of course, quick, easy, but at the same time, healthy cooking is something that everybody's looking forward to because everybody wants to grow healthy. What do you have on your mind?
So for long I have been the breakfast cook at home because that's the only time I get with my kids, both my children, my daughter and my son. They are teenagers, and I only get an hour and a half in the morning because once they set out for school, then I go away and I come back late and they are already in the bed. So I don't leave that hour and a half of my life every morning for anything.
Wow.
I don't change that. So I've always maintained that. But in this coronavirus pandemic, I have become full-time cook here at home now. So Deepti is having a breather, I think, but I'm the one who's spoiling everyone. So this is a kind of brunch dish. Yesterday we woke up very late and I cooked this. So when you asked me, allow minute, I said, okay, I'll do this one. This is a good fun and everybody can do it at home. So it's egg and beans. So something very simple, very straightforward. And I grew up in Jamshedpur and I had a lot of Parsi community around me. And I absolutely adored being around them because they are foodies. They love their food.
Yeah, totally.
It's a kind of their take, but because I live in the UK, so I'm using the ingredients I can get here, but really simple ingredients that you can get there as well. Wherever you are in the world, it's very simple. So I've used the canned beans and I had some chickpeas as well. So I'm just going to split the camera and keep it on the pan so that you guys can see what I'm adding, okay?
I'm going to have my, since it's tea time here, I'm going to have some tea time snack, virtual snack with you, Atul. Wow.
Great. You enjoy while I cook for you. So I'll make you salivate.
I so love to see the traditional masala dabba you have in your kitchen. That is so cool.
I absolutely love cooking with it because that's the way. Oops, did I press something? Yeah, there you go. Here we are. Okay, so what I have is I've taken oil. We have used olive oil for this one. I generally like cooking with sunflower oil, but I thought this will be fine.
Okay.
And here in the spices I used, I've taken a little bit of coriander seeds, cumin seeds and black pepper, and I've crushed them together. Okay, so that goes in first. And as it sizzles, you don't need to kind of burn them, just let them release the flavor in the oil.
Right.
And I have some garlic, and I'm adding garlic, some chopped onions, and some chopped celery together.
White onion and celery. Okay, nice.
Yeah. You use any onions you have in your house. So beggars can't be choosy. I could only get my hands on white onions here, right?
Right.
So while this is sorting, I always like to add a pinch of salt, very little salt, so that it helps to draw the moisture out from the vegetables, especially onions.
Right.
And while this is cooking, I don't need to kind of color it, just kind of let it sweat a bit.
Right.
I got some chickpeas and the beans, the baked beans basically from the pan, okay?
Lovely.
Got that. So that goes in. And in the spices, I'm going to add just half a teaspoon of coriander powder.
Okay.
One fourth teaspoon of red chili powder.
Okay.
A real small pinch of garam masala powder. That's it. And keep the heat to kind of medium high so that the veggies start getting softening.
Right.
And while this happens, all I do is start breaking my eggs.
I love the color already.
So I'm just going to make some room for eggs, and I'll put 2 or 3 eggs in this.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. You're not beating the egg.
No, there's no need for it.
Okay. Nice.
Done. And I'll keep it on kind of low to medium and put the lid on. And while so this will get cooked in 3 seconds. I mean, I'll say seconds, but it'll take about 3-4 minutes.
Right.
So egg gets soft. Give me 1 second. I'll just go out of the camera and come back quickly. Okay?
Sure.
No, actually, it's here. My wife is more organized than I am. She left it.
Oh, how nice. Oh, how nice. Must say
So
thank you to her.
I have a fixation on a cheese which, people ask me what cheese you like, and I'm quite ashamed to tell which one I like because, go to a cheese factory, all the scrapings that go on the floor, I think they pick all that and melt it and make these bloody slices. So I use this one. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'll just flick the camera for a second here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put a little bit of cheese on top of the yolks, okay?
Nice.
So if you have a grill at home, you can put it under the grill, but I just like it doing it in a pan. So I like the cheese to just soften up and not gratinate. So then when you're eating it, you can get a kind of stringy cheese comes out. Which is
yeah. Radio, for that matter, has never seen a work from home scenario. So as media, we have the television, which is the news channels, obviously, still people going to work, maybe 50% they're taking turns. For us, thanks to technology, we can work from home. We have our setup, we have our laptops, we have our mics, we have software. So we're literally working from home, like you can see, it's crazy. And so while that has opened up for us, at the same time, there's just endless amount of chores and work and then chores and then work. But I guess won't complain because this is not the kind of family time we've ever got in our lives.
That's true. But do you think it's going to be the new normal that most of us or lots of us will work from home?
Well, if I have to go by what the epidemiologists or virologists I have personally spoken to, then they're all waiting for a vaccine to happen. And only after a vaccine will happen is when I believe the Oxford University is already doing their trials on humans these days.
Yeah, we have started human trials since yesterday.
Yeah, but it's still going to take a few months before it's finalized. In Australia, the virologist I spoke to from Adelaide, he's the director. He's in fact leading this team that's researching on vaccine. They're going to take another 4 to 6 months at least to kind of prep it and then start trials. So he's saying every country is going to take their own sweet time. So yes, this is going to stay for some time. And he also said something like, I don't know if you know, but this virus is here to stay. At least 80% of the population will be infected by this virus. And so we have to up our game when it comes to our health.
Yeah, it's what you said. It resonates, and it kind of that's what they've been blasting it on the news every day.
Yeah,
it is going to become part of us, unfortunately.
Right.
But we have to see.
It's basically where I think we have seen viruses in the past, like the SARS or the MERS, the bird flu, the swine flu, the HIV, which was such a big epidemic, which went on for years, and I think countries struggled to kind of get that under control. So I'm sure this virus, and they're saying that there will be many more pandemics because today we are traveling the world like never before, and it's very easy for us to kind of pick an infection from any part of the world.
Amazing. It's going to be a very, very difficult for all of us to adjust to it. So we don't know when we'll go back to the old normal.
Right.
I think the new normal rules have to be rewritten or need to be written. That's what it is.
Absolutely. Yeah. We have to follow some things if we've got to save our species for a extra few number of years, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever we're left with. I quickly want to ask while the egg and beans are getting ready. I know you have been cooking a breakfast for your children like you always have been, and probably all the meals, and your kids are making the most of their time with you because they wouldn't have their dad to themselves to cook all the most, from the nutritious to the most cool, dishes for them. So they're making the most of it for sure. But is there any other habit, like a new habit you developed in this past 1 month?
Uh, Something which I always loved and I thought I had it in me and never tried my hands on was gardening. So I'm very fortunate that we have a very large garden compared to where we live, to be honest. So I never tried it. There was a garden. There was a gardener, still is, but we decided not to have him while we have to maintain the social distancing. So all the new shoots started coming out of the ground, and somebody had to tend it. So I said, okay, I have bought the pair of bellies I think 20 years ago, which I never used. So I took them out. So I'm in the garden once in a while, tending and looking at it, enjoying it, to be honest.
Nice.
So we had planted some onions and garlic that has started coming out of the ground. So I was digging another patch to plant some potatoes because now is the time to plant some potatoes. And
Right.
making mistakes, learning, and then I come back to the kitchen and read the book and say, oh no, I shouldn't have done this. Go back again and correct it. So yeah, I'm learning a lot.
How nice. So gardening is a really cool thing. Tell me, have your kids been pulling you and dragging you to watch some movies that you hadn't caught up on for the longest time, or series? What is that binge watching bit that you've been doing with them
Annie,
or by
I don't know
yourself?
whether you know about this. My family is I'm of Punjabi descent, and I was born and bred in Jamshedpur. So because mom and dad were also born in Jamshedpur. Dad was born in Punjab. So they spoke Hindi at home. So I never learned Punjabi. So for long, whenever I went to Punjab to see family or cousins, I was a Bihari boy. And then when I went to Chennai, I was a Hindi boy or a Bihari. And when I went to Delhi to work, I definitely was a Bihari. So it's only when I left India, I became Indian, believe it or not. So living here, my wife is a typical Punjabi, she's a proper Punjabi girl, very well educated and very, very, she knows how to read, write and speak very well in Punjabi. So when I spoke few words in Punjabi, she started laughing. She said, nobody speaks Punjabi the way you do. So what my kids picked up with their mother, they kind of understand Punjabi better than I do, I guess. So they started watching lots of Punjabi films. So we have been, I think, going through the entire YouTube library of Punjabi films. And I'm surprised to say this, that my Punjabi is actually pretty good now. I understand a lot of it. So then I was talking to my mother and she said, your Punjabi is impressive. I said, Mom, it's better than yours now.
It is so much fun. Oh my God. I mean, if this is the bonding activity you have back at home, I must say, salute. It is really, really out of the way. It's just kind of revisiting your roots. And I guess, I'm sure your kids also, thanks to your wife, speak very fluent Punjabi, do they?
Yeah, my kids, they speak more with my wife's twang than mine, to be honest. Obviously, they have very anglicized tongue.
Sure.
But they speak way better than I would, to be honest. So I let them speak. So the couple of builders who worked on our house when we were refurbishing it, I used to let my wife talk to them because they would only speak in Punjabi. They were Sikh builders. So my Punjabi was so bad that I wouldn't even open my mouth. I would let them talk to them. I think Annie, this one is pretty ready. Let me show you.
Okay then.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I have to take a picture. I'm going to use my phone to take the picture though while I'm on the laptop. This is amazing. There we go. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, so what I normally would do, because Amisha Arjun will definitely have a fight on this one. So I would take it out, plant it. And it's super healthy. So, which is the best thing, to be honest.
Yes. It's got all the colors. It's got the veggies. It's got the protein.
There you go.
Woo!
Cool. Straight and easy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Be well, and hope
Thank
to see
you.
you soon one day.
I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for this and stay safe.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh my God, that was amazing, wasn't it? Chef Atul Kochar, 2 times Michelin star chef, all the way from London, speaking to me from his home. And yeah, eggs and beans. Are you going to try it? Please try it. And you can put it up on my Insta handle pictures. I'm going to try it and I'm going to put it up too. It's Annie underscore AKM, ANNIE underscore AKM. 100 stars, 100 hours. It's an initiative to fund as much as we can from our side. All the radio stations coming together under the HT umbrella, Hindustan Times umbrella. That's Radio Nasha, Fever FM, and 94.3 Radio 1 World, your station. Thank you so much for watching. And please continue. We're going to have so many more stars for you right here on your favorite international radio station. This is me, Annie, signing off.
Hi guys, it's me RJ Ada and you are watching 100 Hours, 100 Stars, a tribute to the COVID warriors. And there are stars, there are superstars, legends who are a part of this, people who we look up to, get inspired, who bring a smile on our faces, and they're all here telling you to be together and fight this together and saying thank you to all our COVID warriors. So if you like what you see, then do like, share, comment and subscribe, and of course stay safe. Thank you.
Shikha Sania, welcome to 100 Hours, 100 Stars. I am Rohini and I am a radio jockey from Radio Nasha. And ये एक non-stop COVID warriors को tribute है. 100 घंटे 100 सितारे, उनमें से एक सितारा हो तुम.
Hi, thank you so much. That coming from a fellow sitara is just beautiful.
अरे पहले तो मैं तुम्हें बता दूं, speaking of beauty, what you're looking, मतलब घर पे ऐसे कौन बैठता है यार? ये तुम एक्टर्स की एक बात बताओ, ये मेकअप और हेयर के बगैर तो होता नहीं है गुजारा. हाउ डू यू मैनेज टू लुक सो गुड इवन राइट नाउ व्हेन आई एम अज्यूमिंग घर पे कोई नहीं है?
Because I thought कि देखिए आपसे बात होने वाली है, आप रेडियो की हीरोइन ही हो, तो मैंने सोचा कि मैं भी थोड़ी हीरोइन ही दिख जाऊं. So I put a little bit of something on my face.
No, it's great. After this call is over, oh, you know what? Why not? Let's do this on this call. Exactly क्या किया है चेहरे पे, जरा हमारे फीमेल ऑडियंसेस को बताइए, because I have also done makeup. But कहते हैं ना कि तुम्हारा लॉकडाउन और मेरा लॉकडाउन बहुत अलग लग रहा है. ऐसे लग रहा है कि मैंने मेकअप डाला है. I want to get this fresh face यार. How to?
This fresh face is कि मैंने finally अब AC चालू किया है ये फोन कॉल के लिए. उसके पहले it's just sweat.
My God, that's it, is it? Wow, wow, wow. That's like 100 products less than what I have put on my face. But you know, we've seen you on the big screen just about, I think, a year ago with a very, very fun film. Okay. And that film, okay, जहाँ पर इतने सारे लोगों ने तुम्हें इस बड़े पर्दे पर देखा था, तुमने तारीफा पे डांस किया था. You know, let's go back to that time in your life. The idea of being cast in that film for somebody who isse pehle, you know, the idea of having this sort of lead role. It has done a lot of things for your career. And can you talk to me about just the effect of being part of that film? Veere the Wedding. Just in case, because I didn't mention.
No, I got that. It has been surreal, but I've also worked very hard to get here, to have an opportunity like this, and I just feel like it's like I started my career as an actor in 2008, although Wake Up Sid released in 2009.
Yeah.
As a film actor who gets paid. But for me, Veere felt like finally getting that validation for having worked so hard for so many years, to finally get a character which was layered, and I played one of the 4 protagonists. It's a big deal for me, and my life is, you know, I think the time also right now, the past few years and right now, has been also very conducive for very nuanced scripts, and so better scripts are being written, nuanced scripts are being written. Characters aren't they're not stereotypical anymore, you know. So there are lots of boxes that are being broken, and it's a great time to be an artist. I mean, barring this lockdown period.
I know. No, but I remember ये बहुत खास तुम्हारे लिए था because unfortunately वीरे दी wedding का interview, radio interview हम दोनों नहीं कर पाए थे. So this is almost like, you know, I'm going back in time and snatching what was rightfully mine, which is this sort of chance to talk about it. And most recently, of course, एक बहुत ही exciting project है जो तुमने अभी complete किया है. I don't know if you are, I mean, news में तो आ चुका है and all that, but anyway, let's just say आने दो ये news को because we will be so excited to talk about that when that film releases. So right now we're keeping fingers and lips crossed.
No,
that,
I
okay?
mean everybody knows about Coolie #1. I think that's what we're talking about,
you
right?
said it. You said it.
Yeah,
Hanji,
you know, we were supposed to release on May 1st, but I mean, in good time, I guess.
ये कॉफी नहीं मेरे आंसू है जो मैं पी रही हूँ by the way. You know, if you're watching this chat, of course, Shikha Talsania is with me. I am your radio key heroine, Rohini, and this could have just been a regular lockdown chat, but we've decided to give this a little more body color, as they would say. And aaj 100 hours, 100 stars mein. Shikha, I actually wanted to reach out to you to talk to you about your life in the theater. And I think that story that you told us just now about watching Phantom of the Opera is lockdown mein, or Rona, क्योंकि ये जो एक feeling है of wanting to go back to the theater and experiencing that sort of thrill is something that I'd like to talk to you about. Also, can I be honest? आम तौर पे जब लोग आते हैं, जब आप लोग आते हो हमारे स्टूडियो में इंटरव्यूज वगैरह करने, it's always to promote something. And where usually there's no time to talk about anything that we would like to actually sit and talk about. So I always look at यहाँ पे हम क्या करें? What can we make of this, right? And this is going back to Meryl Streep's quote of saying, "Take your broken heart and make it art." And I think Meryl Streep ने कहा था ये. And so take your broken lockdown and use it to have those conversations with those people who I think would add so much to the lives of people who are watching right now. और आपको भी अभी इसी वक्त ये सब देखने का time है, because again later audience के पास भी time नहीं होगा. So I thought this is a great opportunity to talk about your life in the theater. जो शायद नहीं जानते ये बात, शिखा is a star child. Okay, यानी कि इनके माँ बाप जो हैं, okay, दोनों के दोनों बड़े ही सक्षम थिएटर और फिल्म और टेलीविजन पर्सनालिटीज रहे हैं. Okay, they've been actors from the word go, so you know the theater surroundings has not been alien to her. She's literally spent her childhood in the backstages of various Mumbai theaters. इसके बारे में हमने अपने शो पे बात की है इससे पहले, लेकिन जो शायद नहीं जानते उनको जरा बता दीजिए कि how was it growing up in the backstage of a theater all your life? मुझे ये जानना है तुमसे.
It was fabulous. It was magical. क्योंकि ये मैंने अभी actually एक छोटी सी short story लिखी है which will be online, so please follow my Instagram. I've spoken about growing up backstage, so please do follow that when it's out. I would love for everyone to see it. But magical था यार, to see your parents, mom and dad were saying homework karo, khana kha lo, to transform into these completely different people, and then they would transform even more when they stepped onto stage, you know. और मुझे बहुत like theaters in Bombay, especially in Bombay, and I say Bombay because तब Bombay कहा करते थे, मेरे लिए बहुत ही like अब जब as an actor आज जब मैं इन theaters में जाती हूँ तो वो जो nostalgia की जो wave होता है ना, it just washes all over me.
And there's a smell. I swear there is a smell. Like there is a smell of Prithvi Theatre backstage. There is a smell of the NCPA. There's a smell of Bhairas. और ये सारे अलग-अलग हैं because there is this weird thing of like clothes, okay, and chai and cigarettes and food. और ये सब चलता है.
Oh my God, Rohini, like you have to see the short story I've just recorded. I have said the same thing.
Oh my God.
Like how, you know कि और हमारा क्या होता था ना कि जब when I was about 4 or 5 is when my parents were doing a play together. तो मैं उनके साथ टूर पे जाती थी और I was that annoying child who knew every dialogue. I didn't understand any of it, but I knew every dialogue. So हम गुजरात में जाते थे और कभी कभार ओपन एयर परफॉर्मेंसेस होती थी, तो मतलब नीलकमल चेयर पे बैठ के सब देख रहे होते हैं. And I think my mother has never pinched me that hard backstage because I was that annoying child. While the play is going on, I've sat in the front row and I've said all the lines with all the actors. And the audience member was like, who is this child?
ये बच्चा किसका है?
और मतलब यार वो हमारी एक वो मारुति ओमनी होती थी और वो जो थिएटर ट्रूप था उसमें यू नो लाइक मम एंड डैड वर द यंग कपल विद द चाइल्ड, सो द चाइल्ड एवरीबडी वुड बी पैक्ड इनटू दैट ओमनी. शो खत्म होता था, हम कहीं जाते थे खाना खाने के लिए, मैं सो जाती थी. So my mother would ask the restaurant saying, please एक table cloth दे दोगे, उसे उठा दे. So it's like for me those are very magical times.
That's so beautiful. And then of course I remember seeing you you know on stage. एक play था Internal Affairs, जिसके through of course that was the first time I met Shikha Talsania, and I want to give a big shout out because if I don't, he'll shout at me, and that is Akarsh Khurana. क्योंकि अगर मैं उसको अभी acknowledge नहीं करूँगी ना, बोलेगा thanks Ro for not acknowledging.
Also, I want the audience to know right now that I actually met Ro before she saw me on stage, and that she doesn't remember. When you were hosting Poetry Slam, we've had this conversation 20 times.
Yes. I remember that. I remember having this conversation, but I don't remember meeting you then. Simply because, you know, उस time पे एक अलग ही माहौल होता था वहां पर एक छोटे से बार में, and these are all these crazy Mumbai things that happened in the early 2010s, let's put it that way. This is 2010, 11, you know.
Yeah.
और शिखा तब आई थी of course एक poetry night के लिए जो मैं host कर रही थी. And then of course in 2016 I saw Shikha on stage. Internal Affairs was the name of this play. और ये इतना funny play है. अगर आपने and I really request everybody who is watching this chat right now. मैं जानती हूँ कि I'm a radio jockey, Shikha is an actor, but the two of us we do, if you're not on stage, at least go and watch and support a lot of theater. And theater is that same. ये तुमने जो starting of the chat में कहा कि there's a difference between paid acting and unpaid acting. The unpaid acting is really important, and the ones who want to be actors, I think they will benefit from this chat. Because let's start off with asking you, what does theater teach you? And मैं बहुत basic सवाल पूछ रही हूँ, don't mind me. In terms of तुम्हें क्या सीखने को मिलता है अगर कोई एक्टर बनना चाहता है, तो तुम्हारी लाइफ में ये कैसे कंट्रीब्यूट करता था?
सब कुछ. कैमरा के लिए क्या होता है ना, एंड अगेन आई एम बीइंग वेरी वेरी ऑनेस्ट अबाउट दिस, ब्रूटली ऑनेस्ट. पर थिएटर में है ना, आपका जो स्किल सेट है, दैट इज वैल्यूड अ होल लॉट मोर देन व्हाट यू जस्ट व्हाट यू लुक लाइक. कैमरा पे बहुत सारी डिफरेंट challenges होती है, but in theater you could be playing someone much older, much younger,
Correct.
the same age. You could be playing an animal, you could be playing a fictional, you know, character of just like wind.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the wind has lines and has feelings and has emotions. So it teaches you a whole lot of how to be in the moment, how to listen, how to react. And as much as I love doing camera work, because camera work में भी जो technicalities होती है आपके art के साथ, आपके skill set के साथ, you have to adapt. But it's such a beautiful feeling. If you haven't gone and watched a play live, you will not. I wish you do after this lockdown, because that feeling of experiencing something together, breathing together in that space, feeling that laughter together, or that raw emotion of crying together, or sniffling together, you know, that experience as a collective is so magical, and it'll be different every night.
It is. और हर प्ले को, like you know, I know this कि हम थिएटर में कहते हैं कि यार मेरा प्ले फ्राइडे से लग रहा है, लेकिन तुम्हें काम करना सैटरडे के शो के लिए आना.
सैटरडे को आना और 5 बजे वाला शो मत देखने आना, 8 बजे का शो
8 बजे वाला ही देखना, बिकॉज ये तो हमारे कोड्स हैं कि हमारी एनर्जी हमको पता है कि कौन से शो के लिए बेहतर हो सकती है, या फिर एक दिन हमको लगता है जस्ट टू सी टेक्निकली आर वी ऑल डूइंग ओके. ऑलराइट गाइस, जस्ट अ क्विक रिमाइंडर in case you're watching this, in case you just joined us, Shikha Talsania, actor, joining me today talking about her life in the theatre. My name is Rohini. I'm a radio DJ from Radio Nasha 91.9 FM, and इस वक्त हम सब 100 hours 100 stars पर हैं, which is a 100-hour non-stop tribute to the COVID fighters in India. And there's a QR code under this chat, and please, if you find this chat interesting, because this is our attempt, can we bring you interesting conversations, and you can donate not just for our chat but also for the COVID warriors. Please दिल से donate कीजिएगा, जितना आप देंगे उससे कहीं ज्यादा of course आपको दुआएं मिलने वाली है. So please make sure that you just scan this QR code.
Yeah, sorry. I just want to tell everyone that अगर आपको ऐसी मतलब लॉकडाउन में ऐसा फील हो रहा है कि आय हाय आज एक कैपुचिनो खरीद लेती तो इतना मजा आता ना, वो जो पैसे हैं वो डोनेट कर दो.
How sweet. That's a beautiful way to put it. बिल्कुल. Because इतने पैसे बच रहे हैं.
हाँ.
इतने पैसे बच रहे, सारा disposable income तो मेरे पास ही पड़ा हुआ है. और Ashika, I want to ask you about, I meant to ask you this, कि थिएटर में तुम्हारे फेवरेट को एक्टर्स कौन है? एक या दो के नाम बताओ.
ओह, ये डिफिकल्ट है. आकर्ष खुराना. I got to act with him only once when he stepped in to play my co-star's part, and Chaitanya Sharma actually.
Okay, fantastic. Chaitanya Sharma, आप उन्हें स्लो चीता के नाम से जान सकते हैं. He's a rapper and he's an actor. Yeah.
I have a lot more, yeah. Like all my girls, Tahira, Prerna, Dilshad, Mithila, everybody. Like I don't think there's a favorite co-star. Like Hussain, Aadhar, Sarang, everybody. It doesn't really. I don't think I can pick a favorite really. All of you, Shreya, Ro, everyone. You know, it's difficult to pick one. I think I'll tell you what. I really love performing internal affairs. I'll tell you
know that.
I really enjoy doing internal affairs, and I really enjoy performing Dulhania from One-on-One Part 2.
Correct. These two plays, you must catch them whenever you can in the theater, as soon as the theaters are back on. All right, my next question is, do you have a ritual before you go on stage? कोई भी एक चीज है जो तुम करती हो?
What do I do if I go on to stage?
I know you have your coffee for sure. Black coffee तो होना ही है.
I think I do one last check of my face, so वो होता है, and adjust my costume. That's about it. Yeah, that's usually one.
But no centering rituals, like I know some actors, don't prefer to talk to people. For example, they pace up and down, they go through their lines. ये सब नहीं होता.
मैं ना बहुत ही ऐसा switch on switch off बहुत easily कर सकती हूँ, and probably that's also because like subconsciously I've seen my parents do that all my life. तो मेरा switch off switch on बहुत easy होता है. But I remember Dulhania start होने के पहले I do a little bit of a jump before getting onto stage. So, just to get all the nerves out. I think one thing that all actors will tell you, especially theatre actors, is that वो huddle होना before the show बहुत ही, like it really centers you collectively. So,
and makes you feel a part of a group, which I think is the most beautiful thing about theatre, is that अगर आप theatre करते हो, you should take this from me at least, that theatre has been it's been an important part of my life and an important phase of my life, because it just makes you feel very, very, like you don't feel alone. Let's just put it that way. You've got people who have your back, just around you.
It's a family. It's a family.
हम हैं.
हाँ.
Which I absolutely love.
And ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब, everybody has their roles carved out for them. They do. But that doesn't mean that कि मतलब मैं एक्टर हूँ तो मैं प्रोडक्शन नहीं करूंगी, मैं प्रोडक्शन हूँ तो मैं डायरेक्टिंग नहीं करूंगी, मैं डायरेक्टिंग हूँ तो मैं ये नहीं करूंगी. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. हम सब साथ में करते हैं.
That's so true. All right. one or two plays, I know it's tough, so just top of mind, जो तुम recommend करोगी कि अगर आपके शहर में हो रहा हो तो please जाकर देखे. Like one play for me is Noises Off, you know, कि मैं चाहूंगी कि हर कोई जाकर देखे. Also, I think recently I saw another play which I really liked. फोइजे का एक प्ले था, एक बहुत ही पागल प्ले जहाँ पर बहुत, एज ऑलवेज फोइजे के प्लेस में बहुत सारा है. दिस इज फोइजे प्ले. हाँ, शिखंडी. आई लव शिखंडी. इट वाज टू गुड. बट ऐसे कोई प्लेस है जो तुम चाहोगी कि ऑडियंस जाकर देखे?
सारे प्लेस जिसमें मैं हूँ.
Why not?
Gentleman's Club और Ila by Patchworks Ensemble. Just watch theatre, man. सारे प्लेस जो है सब देख लो यार. It's a feeling beyond. I cannot explain it, and everybody's experience is going to be different. तो कोई भी प्ले आ जाए, आप प्लीज देखने जाओ.
That is fantastic. All right, well, thank you so much for this chat, Shikha. This has been so fruitful, so wonderful. But I'm going to do something totally filmy and totally Instagram. Are you ready for the Instagram challenge?
Let's go for it. I'm ready. I'm just going to have a quick sip of water, but I'm ready.
Sure. पानी में सब्जा सीड्स डाले कि नहीं तुमने?
मैंने मेरे ग्रोसरी रन के लिस्ट में डाला है. तो अब जब नेक्स्ट एक हफ्ते बाद जब मैं बाहर निकलूंगी to get the essentials, तब.
Because of our internal call, I put the sabza seeds that I always had in my grocery drawer. मैंने कहा मेरे पास तो है. मैं कितनी stupid हूँ. तो आज कल रात को मैंने भिगोया. After we did our chat. यार तुमने Instagram पे ये gibberish तो देखा होगा.
मैंने किया भी. मैंने खुद का एक gibberish किया था.
लेकिन तुमने मेरा gibberish नहीं किया.
नहीं. I'm ready.
All the best. तो तुमको मैं ये वर्ड्स दिखाऊंगी और तुम्हें ऑफ कोर्स आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि क्या लिखा हुआ है.
की टब ए बोट सी पैडी ऑन जी टम ने. इज दैट व्हाट यू रिटन?
या.
इंग्लिश है या हिंदी है?
कम ऑन यार, थोड़ी ना जिब्रिश से
हिंदी है ना?
हाँ हिंदी है.
किताबें बहुत सी पढ़ी होगी तुमने, मगर कोई चेहरा भी तुमने पढ़ा है. Yes.
Well done. All right, our second one.
परदेसी कहीं जाना नहीं. I didn't even have to read it.
Damn it. I think these are too easy, ना?
Also, मैं ना तेरे लिए यही बनाने वाली थी. कैंप बे जय खम्बे जैसे खड़ी है. बहुत ही सिंपल है ये सब.
Aren't you singing?
No, I don't want to sing anymore.
I like how she started singing. तुमने ये पूछा नहीं कि मैंने पेन से क्यों नहीं लिखा है, क्योंकि मेरे घर पे पेन नहीं है, पता है?
ओह, तो ये लिप लाइनर से लिखा है तुमने?
हाँ. I have no pen in my house, which is hilarious.
जानू मेरी जान, मैं तेरे कुर्बान.
Fine. Too easy.
Hi. I am a disco dancer.
Oh, there she is, and you have won this challenge. But if you would have lost this challenge, then we would have not been friends after this also. Well, Shikha Tanzania, I hope it was fun for you to join me on this chat today, and especially कि हमने theatre की बात की.
Fun to talk to you. Sorry, we're both talking at the same time.
At least we should do that once in this chat. We can't be that professional also, ना? मतलब हम इतने amazing थोड़ी ना हो सकते हैं. तो मुझे बताना है कि मुझे बहुत मजा आया क्योंकि थिएटर की बातें करना, as I said earlier also, we don't get too many opportunities to do this, and the lockdown brought us something positive. So thank you so much, and I would love it if you can leave the listeners with the sort of words that you want to tell them about this, lockdown, and we don't know how long this is going to last and stuff. So please अपनी तरफ से क्या कहना चाहोगी उन लोगों को जो हमें देखते हैं?
First of all, thank you, Rohini. You know that, apart from all our offline chats, our private chats, it's always fun to come and talk to you because I think you bring out such wonderful things that I would have never thought of talking about earlier. You know, so thank you very much for that. Considering that you know almost everything about my life.
I should. If I didn't, then there would be a
If you
serious
did,
question
there'll be a
mark
problem.
on my friendship and my talent. Both.
No, having said that, ye lockdown dekho, I mean, just these are trying times, and we're all in it together. Maybe I'll tell you my journey. Meri anxiety for our future is very high, for everybody's future globally. But the anxiety that I have usually of just like, oh हो मुझे ये project नहीं मिला, अब मुझे वो anxiety है नहीं, क्योंकि सब मतलब मैं और Chris Hemsworth दोनों same boat में हैं.
Woohoo! Correct. Australia में थोड़े से गांव में बैठा है वो.
But you know what? It's okay. There are days where you're going to feel bad about it. There are days where you're going to feel completely helpless. We are. The only thing you can help, but you can do to help, is you can do what is in your, in whatever your capacity may be. अगर आप 1,000 रुपए, 5,000 रुपए, 10,000 रुपए या उससे ऊपर नहीं दे सकते, आप जैसे ऐसा ही सोच लो ना कि मतलब बाहर खाने के लिए निकलते तो इतना पैसा हम स्पेंड करते, तो वो मैं डोनेट कर सकता हूँ या कर सकती हूँ, तो आप वो कर सकते हैं. अपने दोस्तों से बात करो यार, दोस्तों और फैमिली से बात करो. They will like that's the only thing that's getting me through this. और अच्छा है, खाना बनाओ और बर्तन करो और झाड़ू पोछा ये सब कर रहे हैं. It's all good, but it's fine to feel completely lost. We're all in this together and we're all feeling it. So don't worry. And watch, there's a lot of art being generated right now. So watch out for that. It'll make you, it'll distract you for a few minutes, for a few hours, and at least you'll go to bed with a smile and with some hope.
That's beautifully said. Thank you, Shikha. Take care of
Thank
yourself.
you.
I will see you. अगला chat हम record नहीं करेंगे because that would be creepy. Bye.
Bye, Rohini. See you soon.
जब सारी दुनिया कर रही थी बकवास, तब फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज की शुरुआत करते हुए रेडियो पर जॉन इब्राहिम, गौतम गंभीर और वरुण धवन ने मिलकर ये कहा.
हाय, मैं हूँ गौतम गंभीर.
हाय, मैं हूँ वरुण धवन. हाय, मैं हूँ जॉन इब्राहिम. फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के साथ मैं कहता हूँ बकवास बंद, बदलाव शुरू.
फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज का सबसे पहला इनिशिएटिव था नो MC, नो BC.
मैं जॉन इब्राहिम कहता हूँ. मैं वरुण धवन भी ये वादा करता हूँ, हम अपनी शहर की औरतों को जुबान से इज्जत देंगे, यानी नो MC, नो BC.
उसके बाद मिशन तेजाब में कई एसिड अटैक विक्टिम्स की जिंदगी का रुख बदल दिया.
हाय, मैं हूँ आमिर खान और फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज एसिड अटैक विक्टिम्स को एक नई जिंदगी दे रहा है. मैं इसका स्वागत करता हूँ.
मिशन जुर्रत में देश के सारे पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट्स को एक साथ मिलकर कहा.
नमस्कार, मैं अमिताभ बच्चन बोल रहा हूँ. दिल्ली, बेंगलोर, कोलकाता और मुंबई पुलिस को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं मैं देना चाह रहा हूँ. आप फीवर 104 FM मिशन जुर्रत का हिस्सा बने. ये बदलाव की बहुत बड़ी शुरुआत है और मेरी शुभकामनाएं आपके साथ.
जब कश्मीर में फ्लड्स आए, लाखों की तादाद में खाने पीने की सामग्री कश्मीर भिजवाई. हमारी इस कोशिश के लिए मिशन कश्मीर ने जीता गोवा फेस्ट में प्रेस्टिजियस एबी अवार्ड.
मैं और आप मिलकर फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज का अगला प्रोजेक्ट शुरू करते हैं. ब्लड बैंक 104. ब्लड बैंक 104. फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के साथ मैं जॉन इब्राहिम ये वादा करता हूँ कि इस शहर में जब भी होगी खून की दरकार, तैयार रहेगा फीवर 104.
और फिर ट्रैफिक जैम की वजह से नहीं जाए कोई जान, उसके लिए हमने शुरू की अपनी मुहिम एम्बुलेंस फर्स्ट.
हाय, मैं हूँ जॉन इब्राहिम.
हाय, मैं हूँ गौतम गंभीर.
हाय, मैं वरुण धवन बोल रहा हूँ.
हाय, मैं हूँ आलिया भट्ट.
जब भी एम्बुलेंस का सायरन सुनाई दे तो हो जाए लेफ्ट, क्योंकि एम्बुलेंस फर्स्ट.
अब बकवास बंद, बदलाव शुरू.
एम्बुलेंस फर्स्ट के साथ साथ फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज ने जिम्मा लिया ऑर्गन ट्रांसप्लांट का और बनाया ग्रीन कॉरिडोर, जिसमें एयरपोर्ट से हॉस्पिटल का सफर जो घंटों का था उसे मिनटों का बना दिया. एम्बुलेंस फर्स्ट का डंका सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान में नहीं बल्कि न्यूयॉर्क तक बजा. रेडियो के ऑस्कर कहे जाने वाले न्यूयॉर्क फेस्टिवल ने एम्बुलेंस फर्स्ट इनिशिएटिव को 2 बार NYF अवार्ड से नवाजा। और फिर कैंसर सर्वाइवर्स की जिंदगी में बदलाव लाने के लिए फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के साथ जुड़े युवराज सिंह।
फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के साथ कैंसर सर्वाइवर की जिंदगी के बदलाव के लिए मैं युवराज सिंह तैयार हूँ। क्या आप तैयार हैं?
फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज ने वोटिंग परसेंटेज में किया बदलाव अपनी मुहिम ईच वन खींच वन के साथ।
नमस्कार, मैं हूँ फीवर RJ अमिताभ बच्चन। चुनाव का माहौल बना हुआ और मैं तो कहूँगा कि ईच वन खींच वन। जब मैं भी वोटिंग करने जाऊंगा तो किसी को साथ खींच कर लेकर जाऊंगा।
इंडियन आर्मी के साथ मिलकर फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज ने एक ऐसा जश्न मनाया जिसका शोर बॉर्डर पार पहुंचा।
मैं गौतम गंभीर।
मैं हूँ कर्नल VN थापर, कैप्टन विजयन थापर का फादर।
मैं हूँ मेजर गौरव आर्या।
फीवर FM के साथ मिलकर कहता हूँ,
इस कारगिल विजय दिवस मिलकर ऐसा जश्न मनाएंगे
कि शोर
बॉर्डर पार पहुंचे। जय हिंद,
जय हिंद,
जय हिंद, जय हिंद।
7 दिसंबर इंडियन आर्म्ड फोर्स फ्लैग डे पर फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के साथ पूरे हिंदुस्तान ने मिलकर दिखाया अपना देश प्रेम।
मैं सिर्फ यही रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा सारे अपने फैंस और लिसनर्स से, आप फेसबुक हो चाहे इंस्टाग्राम हो चाहे इवन ट्विटर हो, अगर आप अपना फ्रेम चेंज कर सकते हैं 7 दिसंबर को, तो कहीं ना कहीं आप वो रिस्पेक्ट दे रहे हैं आर्म फोर्सेस को।
दिल्ली की बिगड़ती हवा और पोल्यूशन से एनवायरनमेंट को बचाने के लिए फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज लेकर आया प्रोजेक्ट ग्रीन हार्ट्स, जहां हमने दिल्ली NCR में लगाए 1 लाख से भी ज्यादा पेड़।
आप पहले 1 या 2 पेड़ों से शुरुआत करो और कोशिश करो कि उन पेड़ों को अपने बच्चों की तरह बड़ा करो।
पुलवामा अटैक, इस मुश्किल की घड़ी में पूरे देश को शहीदों के परिवार से जोड़ रही थी एक वेबसाइट भारत के वीर। तो फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के साथ मिलकर सुपरस्टार अक्षय कुमार ने फीवर 104 FM पर DG CRPF से कहा,
हेलो डी साहब, शरद।
हाँ नमस्कार।
नमस्कार। अक्षय भाई मेरे साथ दूसरी लाइन पे।
नमस्ते जी। मेरे लायक कोई भी सेवा हो, मैं बोला पूरा देश आपके साथ है इस वक्त। अभी आई हैव जस्ट सेंट 5 करोड़ रुपीस टू भारत के वीर फ्रॉम माय साइड।
फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज ने शुरू की मुहिम #सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक से ब्रेकअप।
मैं तो सभी दुकानदारों से आग्रह करूंगा, आप अपने दुकान पर हमेशा बोर्ड लगाते हैं, एक बोर्ड ये भी लगा दीजिए, कृपा करके हमसे प्लास्टिक की थैली की अपेक्षा न करें।
और फिर पहली बार देश के किसी मीडिया हाउस की पीठ थपथपाने के लिए देश के प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने फीवर 104 FM के लिए ट्वीट किया। फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के पिछले 5 सालों की ये तो बस एक छोटी सी झलक थी, लेकिन फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज की टीम जॉन एब्राहम के साथ कहती है, ये बस शुरुआत है, बदलाव अब भी बाकी है।
नमस्कार खातिज़रात, मैं हूं आपका लव कोच राहुल माकिन, दिल्ली के नंबर 1 रेडियो स्टेशन फीवर 104 FM से। एंड आई होप आपको ये 100 Hours 100 Stars बहुत अमेजिंग लग रहा होगा। कहते हैं इश्क एक तरफ हो तो सजा देता है और दोनों तरफ हो तो मजा देता है। तो हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि आपको अच्छा लग भी रहा है कि नहीं, है ना? उसके लिए आपको हमें लाइक, सब्सक्राइब, शेयर, कमेंट सब कुछ करना बहुत ज़रूरी है। सो प्लीज़ इसे देखिए और आगे भी शेयर कीजिए और हमें फीडबैक भी दीजिए कि कैसा लग रहे हैं आपको ये 100 Hours 100 Stars के धमाके।